All right. This is going to be a workshop. Yes, you could sit there passively and stare at me and whatever and stare at the screen. Or you can be taking some notes and have your own KVCORE up and be doing some stuff, right? And get the most out of this. Totally up to you either way. But if you have a second monitor like I do, so I'm staring at one, I'm talking, and I have another monitor with KVCORE up, and we're sort of doing some of the things, or maybe a notepad to like write some stuff out. Um, Active listening is definitely going to be better than just passively staring. If you're watching this after the fact as a recording, just know that you have the benefit of hitting pause and just doing whatever we're talking about. Okay, so, and maybe some of you guys want to go back and do that as well. What I've just decided is that we're going to go ahead and record this, and then I'll post it to Facebook later instead of wasting 5-10 minutes of figuring it out on how do I get all of our faces and share screen into the specific Facebook group at the same time. So I'm just going to like bypass that for now, even though, because they're missing out because they're not here, right? So that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and just close that out for now because it's going to distract me if I'm just staring at it. Okay. For those that were here just a few minutes ago, I just wrapped up a meeting with Michelle Tollefson. If you don't know who Michelle Tollefson is, she is the KVCORE expert at EXP. In fact, she's the KVCORE liaison between EXP and KVCORE. She's all things KVCORE. She also happens to be a personal friend of mine, and I've spent 2 hours in the last few days with her going through all of the things that we would need to cover. Now, I wish I could say we could cover it all in 1 hour. We can't. We can't. There's no way. There's no way we could cover it all. But what's really cool about this is that like Rome wasn't conquered in a day. Like we're not going to be able to conquer KVCORE in 1 day, but we can get a really good start and idea of what we need to be doing and focusing on. And through those conversations with Michelle, and by the way, she's not just like an expert of KVCORE, she's thinking holistically about your business because she's also an agent. She's not just an IT person or a tech person. So I love that she's an agent because now she's not just thinking of IT, she's thinking, how does it support the business? So, okay, that's what we're going to dive into today. And we're going to talk about how to optimize KVCORE for your business. And the hard truth about it is KVCORE by itself cannot optimize your business. And you might say, what do you mean? So remember that KVCORE is a CRM and a forward-facing website. As powerful as that is, it does not make up your SEO presence or your internet presence. So there's a few things we have to do, and this is straight from Michelle, right? Straight from the expert. There's a few things you absolutely have to do before worrying about the best buyer campaign or the best whatever, right? None of that stuff matters until we get the first thing covered. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share screens and I'm gonna go through my little checklist with you, if you're okay with that. It's not gonna be like fancy slides or anything because it's just a checklist. The very first thing that this is coming from the expert, you absolutely have to think through these things. Your agent branding guidelines that define you as a business. Remember that agents are like, every agent's their own little mini business. You run your own business. You are a CEO of your business. You need to make sure, and some of you, I'm going to rifle through these because I really think that some of you already have it, some of you don't, some of you need to go back, but you need to have your colors, right? Your 2 to 3 colors that define your brand, your logo, even if it's just your agent name, your fonts, 2 to 3 fonts max. Have you ever been to a website and there's like 50 fonts? None of it makes sense. It's so weird and looks junky and it doesn't look clean. Same thing happens when you go from platform to platform to platform, all these different fonts, you lose brand identity. Mission statement, who you are, what you're trying to do, and who is your ideal client. Identifying these 3 things will help your messaging and your branding make sense. across all platforms. Okay. Bio. So, and I actually just talking with Michelle about this, you need a short bio and long bio. And what does that mean? It's not an exact science, but think about like if you were to tell somebody in a few sentences who you are, that would be your short bio. And then more of a, if somebody really wanted to get to know you, a long form bio, all your experience and your certifications, your licenses, everything that brought you, everything that makes you an expert. So you should probably have both short and long available. And then on your KVCORE site, you'll actually see there's actually multiple places for a short and a long.
Hey, Randy, can I just add one thing to that?
Absolutely.
I would always recommend try writing your bio as much as possible in the third person.
Okay.
It's just more, a little bit more professional instead of I, you know? So just keep that in mind.
And I'm going to tell you what, if you have a bio written up and you want one of us to review it, or if you want to put it in the group and have everybody kind of give their 2 cents, I think as part of Pinnacle Partners, that would be a cool value add to say, hey, you should probably consider blah, blah, blah. Yeah, change this, edit this. I personally will lend my own time to do that because I think it does matter. It can be one of those things where you might not, and I'm saying this because Jay has helped me with mine in the past. I tend to not celebrate the right things about myself. Okay. And I think that some agents probably are the same way where you're not able to brag on yourself correctly. And so if you need help with that, let us know. A signature structured correctly and with links. And so if you just joined us, we're talking about KVCORE optimization. And then, but before we even dive into KVCORE, identifying your own branding guidelines. Now, what's cool is in Canva, you can create a brand kit in Canva. I'm not going to spend the time to like teach you how to build a brand kit today, but just know that in Canva has some great stuff. No worries, Adriana. It was supposed to be live and then I couldn't figure out how to get this Zoom into the specific group. So we will post it live later. Okay, so you can use Canva. I'm going to put that as a note here. Using Canva makes this easy. Okay. Now, number 2 main idea before we even deal with KVCORE. And this is, again, verified by the person who is our main company expert. She said there's no point in optimizing KVCORE until your internet presence is correct and synced. What does that mean by synced? You have a Facebook business page. It has all the correct logo, branding, messaging, bio, information. There's no point in having your stuff in KVCORE dialed in until this is done. The second thing is, if you're going to have Instagram, it has to match Facebook. Same logo, same messaging, same person, same stuff, same links. I highly recommend your LinkedIn being synced up. Again, we're trying to spread a spider web across the internet to catch people Googling real estate, okay? And we want them to catch you. Your Google business page, and this is a big topic lately. Jay and I have spent hours talking about this recently. Your Google business page, it's very easy to set up. Follow the yellow brick road instructions on how to set it up. Don't worry about perfect, just get it done. And make sure, again, logo, branding, messaging, your mission statement, all that stuff syncs up. Make sure they all have the same email address. They all have the same website link, all that stuff. Same thing with the YouTube channel. Again, we shouldn't worry about SEO of KVCORE until these things are out there and they're all unified in terms of branding, okay? And by the way, if you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat, and then between points, I'll jump on the questions. Okay, once we have those two main things done, then we can jump into KVCORE. And what's nice is she gave us a very helpful, like simple KVCORE checkup and basics. And so instead of going through all of the basics, I am just going to give you guys a link to this. In fact, everybody in this group is going to get this document. And you'll have that link just to make sure that you have the absolute basics covered. The idea though is that you have at least, here, let me go back to mine. Okay, we're going to go to website or Web and IDX, and we're going to go just website manager. Okay, so here we are. And the first thing you're going to do is go to profile and notice there's an edit profile. Okay, now remember in step 2, we talked about all the social media. It needs to be linked to your KVCORE. Why? Because Google has like bot crawlers, and they crawl around. They're looking for confirmation that you are who you say you are. And every time they see an outside link linked to your main site, it confirms your identity and confirms that you are in fact who that person is Googling for. Okay? And so think of every single connection as a positive identification that you are you and that they are looking for you. Okay? That will help your ranking way, like, you know, they say the best place to hide a dead body is page 2 of Google. We don't want to be on page 2 of Google. We want to be on page 1 of Google. And nobody's clicking on page 2 ever. So as many links back to your stuff as possible. Making sure that your phone number is correct, email, website, anything like that, it's all in there. And so edit the profile, make sure your logo or your picture is there. If you run a team and you'd prefer a logo, put it there. If you're an agent, a single agent, and you want to have your headshot, make sure it's a professional headshot. And I recommend a transparent background if possible. Totally up to you. Simple background, not like some outside stuff going on. If you can make it about your face, nothing else. Okay, so I'll probably have to blur some of this information for the YouTube, like when I go to post it. But for now, make sure you put all your designations in, any preferred lenders. Again, connect to your lender and then have your lender connect to you. Again, another confirmation, and they're called backlinks. For SEO world, they're called backlinks. The more backlinks you have, the more confirmation and the higher you rank. This is my short bio. Remember we talked about a long and short? This would be just a couple of sentences about my team, okay? You're gonna make sure that your email signature is the same email signature as your other emails. Don't have a different signature in KVCORE that you have in your regular email. This happens to be my group, and I do want to include my email signature on everything. Now, some credentials, some backgrounds, you can fill all this stuff out, whatever you want, okay? Again, we want to make sure we got the basics in there before we do anything else. And we click save. And then now SEO knows who I am. They have all my license information, and etc. Okay, now, as far as basic stuff, let me go back to my okay, importing contacts. You know, one of the things that I used to do when I was working at corporate at eXp Realty is I would crunch numbers for brokerages, and I would show the financial feasibility of a brokerage coming to eXp, or just the valuation of their brokerage. I've done a few of those as well. And when a broker asked me to do a valuation of their brokerage, one of the first questions I asked them is for them to show me their database. Let me just get this microphone out of the way. And the broker that looks at me and says, I don't have a database. I don't have a CRM. I haven't been curating a database at all. So this is the hardest news ever to deliver to somebody, but look, you don't have anything to sell. And they say, oh, well, I did all this business. Yeah, but you didn't keep track of any of it. So you don't actually have a sellable brokerage. And they say, what? And I say, the database is the value. It's the gold mine. Okay? You're curating the relationships and you're noting these relationships, where they are, what their interests are, when they last purchased, all the notes and communication, everything they're looking at should be in there. And so do not sit on this and sleep on this. Get every contact in your phone, in your email, friends, family, and an easy way to do this. I'm going to tell you, this is going to blow your mind. One of the easiest ways you can do this. So let's go to our, okay. So here's our contact list. It's loading. You can add one at a time like that. I don't really recommend doing that unless you just only have a few, you know. You could, man, this is just taking forever while I'm on Zoom. Here's what's another cool thing, bottom right-hand corner, check this out. You could say bulk import, and KVCORE will actually do it for you. If you're transferring from one database to another, it's a free service, guys. All you have to do is give them your CSVs, wait a couple days, boom, all of them in there. If you got 10,000 contacts, 20,000, whatever it is, they'll do it for free, just takes a couple days. Okay, so bulk handled. One at a time, fine. But one of the coolest things that you can do is you can sync your Gmail account, okay? And when you sync your Gmail account to KVCORE, it will actually keep track of every email, every phone call, everything that came in and through Gmail. Okay, you might ask, well, I don't want every email to go in there, and I would ask you, why not? Is it somebody that you have a relationship with? Is it a human being? Yes, then they should be in your database. And you might disagree with me. You say, I only want buyers and sellers in there. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's like, it doesn't usually happen like that. Let me just refresh the page. But you want every human being in there. Why? Because every human being, until they opt out, should be getting at least a monthly market report or newsletter or something from you. Even if it's sphere of influence, even if they're not talking about buying real estate. Okay? And the email templates and stuff in Canva, there's some really great stuff in Canva. It can help you like dial in how it looks, or you can go straight to the editor in here and build it in here. And guys, I don't know what's going on. I guess I'm overloading the system right now. It is, it doesn't want to let me load. This never happens. Okay, well, it's other pages are working. Why are my contacts not working? Hold on. All right, let me go back to my list while this loads.
Randy,
Okay.
mine's doing the same thing right now.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
I wonder if there's a glitch inside. I just actually sent them a message on support asking if they can look into it.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so we talked about importing your contents or contacts. I can't tell you how important that is. Now, what I'm not saying is start a buyer drip campaign on your sphere of influence. No, not a seller drip campaign either. Okay, sphere of influence should be treated differently. Send them a market report, something real light touch. Let them know what's going on in your area. Fine, even if they're not from your area. Do not start a campaign on your sphere of influence without having a conversation with them first. Okay? Don't start, I mean, just think about how you would feel if, you know, you had a friend that just started you on a massive high touch campaign and you're like, whoa, dude, what are you doing to me? I don't want 50,000 emails from you about buying a house. I never said I was interested in buying a house right now. So just be smart about what you're going to set people up on. So just get them in, don't set them up on anything yet. Okay. So we're going to import all of our contacts and link, let me put that in there, link your Gmail. And for bulk imports, use the KVCORE service. It's free and just takes a few days. Follow their instructions on how to do it, and they'll do it for you. And that's great. That's great if you're transferring a mass contact list. Okay, something big that you just want to transfer over. Okay, number 5, service areas and SEO. Sorry, I'm flipping screens. All right, this one's going to be big, guys. When you go to website settings, so Web IDX, website settings. Hold on. Website manager. I think it's on, oh, site content. Here we go, sorry. Site content, you'll see testimonials, service areas, and SEO. Now, just real quick, for testimonials, you can sync Zillow reviews if you want to. I wish they had a way to import all, and maybe that's coming in one day, but right now it's just the Zillow ones. But this is the one we want to touch right now. Service areas and SEO. Now, for service areas and SEO, what you're going to want to do is find the areas that you specifically cover. And all you have to do is type them in and add. You want each individual township, city, town, whatever you guys, I know it's different everywhere we go. Like New Jersey, you guys have a lot of townships. Put them all in individually. I don't care if it's 40, 50 different townships, whatever it is. Individually put them in. Also, you see how this says area versus city? You want both. You want area and city. So then start typing in the counties and select area. And if it doesn't give you that option, just do whatever the options are that it gives you, because it's gonna fill in the blank. It's gonna say, this is what you want? Yes. Okay, now you're gonna do that for every single area you work. Why? Imagine the home buyer Googling real estate in Palm Shores or in Palm Bay. Now, I know you guys aren't in Florida, I'm sorry. You wanna be, I'll help you buy a house, come on down. But real estate in Palm Bay, I want that specific city as SEO with its own meta tag. Okay, now what's gonna happen is, once I have the cities in, I go through, I put in the keywords. There is no limit to how many keywords you can put. If you can put 1 million in there, great. Now here's how I recommend doing it. Open a Google Doc. Google keywords for real estate agent in this area. Now, if you don't feel like getting super specific with they're called long tail or short tail. Short tail is like real estate listings. It's not super specific. But if it said real estate listings in Broward County, much more specific. That's called a long tail keyword. All right. Google loves those. The more long tail and more specific you get and somebody actually types it in, the more you're going to get raised up on SEO, search engine optimization. All right. Now, unfortunately, you can't just copy them all in and hit save once. What has to happen is you put it in once, click save, or else you're going to lose everything else. So put it in, save. Then page text. So let me just go to my website. I want to show you what it is we're talking about. So for my website, if I scroll all the way down to the bottom, see this area right here? It says areas we cover. We know that your clients probably aren't going to click on this because it's buried in the page and they're probably not going to scroll that far. But Google sees it. We care more about what Google sees than the actual client. So what's interesting is, let's take one that I know. Okay, so check this out. I click on one of them. It brings me to a landing page. Notice there's no words here because I haven't done this one. I want to show you what this looks like. There's not a whole lot of keywords on this page, unfortunately, right? Or at least in terms of Google. Google doesn't see it as like, wow, tons of key terms. But watch what happens when I go to one that I've actually completed. Let's do, I don't know, Palm Bay. I think I've done this one. Okay, what do you notice? A pretty good, thorough description of Palm Bay. Notice that I've taken the time to make sure that I put in very specific words that people might be including in their Google search, like some different shopping plazas, some different roads, some nearby cities, some landmarks, some schools. If they're looking for a home near Palm Bay High School, it's there. It's in the keywords. Okay. Again, Google is going to find these and it's going to go, oh, this page talks about Palm Bay High School and real estate. And so the chance of it ranking a lot higher is better. So you want to make sure that you fill in all of that, the page for keywords. And so that's going to be right next to, this is the keywords that don't appear on the page. They just appear to Google. And then this is the page that appears to the person, but Google also sees these. And once you put that in there, click save. Because if you don't, you'll have to go back and do it each time. Okay, this is really going to boost your SEO and your optimization. What's the best kind of lead, guys? Organic, free. Coming to you. Would you guys agree? Who likes to pay for leads? Right? Who likes free leads? Right. So imagine, put yourself in the shoes of somebody literally Googling real estate listing in Broward County, looking for near the beaches, right? And they see it. And so Google says, ooh, I got a page just right for you. And it puts it to the top. This is what you're searching for. Okay. All right. Hopefully that's very helpful. Let's go back. All right. So keywords, also make sure you put in near me in keywords. Can't hurt. Put it all in there. All right. Homepage template change and basic customization. This doesn't really optimize your SEO, but it certainly optimizes user experience. And so let's take a look at that really quick. Now, a minute ago, I showed you my homepage. There's a couple of things you might notice about my homepage. Number one, it's pretty much as custom as the template will allow me to be. I've switched out the blue EXP logo. I put in my company logo first, and I put brokered by EXP second. That was an HTML nightmare. I had to learn how to do that, but you can do it. You can customize it because it made more sense for me to say RW Group brokered by EXP Realty, not EXP Realty and then my group logo. Okay, so that this is called a secondary logo when it's to the right of the main logo. Also, I chose not to do a headshot of myself because this particular one is for my team. Okay, you can change your message. This is my mission statement, by the way. This is my brand message. And yes, I stole it straight from Jay Frank. So thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. I have all of my clean black and white. I like clean black and white. My team members, all black and white photos. The branding is like, on point. If you don't have team members, don't worry about this widget. This is my agent attraction efforts right here. Hopefully they'll click on that and take them to, my agent attraction link where they want to know more about joining. You can embed your testimonials and they can cycle through. Only include the 5-star ones. If don't include your 3-star ones. You have that choice. You can X out any ones that you don't want. Don't include your 2-star ones on your testimonials right here. I'm just messing with Jay. All right. Our listings. Who is it talking about? It's talking about EXP in your area. It's not talking about you. Now, if it says my listings, if you have a live listing right now and you select that widget to be turned on, it will actually put your 1 or 2 listings or 5 listings right there. And then it'll say our listings second. This is a really helpful widget. I would definitely recommend turning on. It's called Just Listed. This is the newest uplisted stuff that just happened. I believe nothing on here is over a week old. Everything has just been listed. And so if you're looking for the latest, I would turn that widget on. And I'll show you what I mean by widgets in a second. Just reduced. Anything that just had a price drop. Very helpful. Put that on your homepage right there under Just Listed. You've got your short bio, and then you've got your blogs. You might say, well, I don't have any blogs, and we're going to fix that. Okay. All right. And of course, you've got your standard stuff at the bottom. That's going to have to be there. Okay. Where's my thing? There it is. Now, when you get to doing the customization, sorry, I showed you what it looks like. Now let's show you how to customize it. When you go to your website settings, all of that can be found right here. You've got template is hero, homepage content options. Select a widget bundle. I selected modern, okay? And that's what you're seeing on my site right now. Even though it says it was standard, it's not, it's modern. And that's this little side-by-side boxes that you see. Just know that when you make a change, it's a permanent change. You can't just like undo. Okay, so if you've been doing a bunch of editing, be careful because it will erase your editing that you've been doing. Okay, also, I recommend use full width. If you're on a nice widescreen computer, it will go full width. I like that. You can change the template theme. You can select background images or upload your own. Now you can also upload a video, and that's going to be a little bit further down. Jay's looks really nice. Jay, I'm going to use yours as an example. Jay Frank Group. There we go. So he's got some nice footage, some drone stuff going on there. This is really nice for a computer view. Just remember, it will not show this on a phone. A mobile will not show the video. Okay. Also, if Jay wanted to reverse Jay Frank Group with eXp Realty, I can show him how to do the HTML so that it says Jay Frank Group brokered by eXp Realty, and just flip them if you want to. And notice, you know, his headlines up here. Make sure this is all connected. I'm pretty sure his is, and they are. And you know how I can tell? It's because I look down here at the bottom, and down here you can see the website when I hover. So that says LinkedIn, that says YouTube, and that says Instagram. So he's all connected. That's good. Notice communicate, educate, real estate. I told you I stole his tagline, but guess what? We're not in the same market. I don't think anybody cares. See that? Communicate, educate, real estate. I love it. Don't worry, I had his permission. All right, secondary logo can be uploaded there. Just go through here and play with this. You can't really, I mean, even if you messed it all up, you can go back to the default version. Website title. This is extremely important for optimization. Remember that when Google is searching for your website, it's going to look for, it's called an H1, heading 1, which means that heading holds the most importance out of anything else. Well, if your website title is either not filled in or is just something really random, you need to change this immediately. Make sure it's exactly who you are and where you are. And so I put in here RW Group brokered by eXp Realty. I want them to know the company I'm with. And when I don't have 50,000 tabs open, you can actually see, look up there in the top right corner. Do you guys see how it says RW Group brokered by eXp Realty as I hover over it? Can you see that, or are your Zoom things in the way, your Zoom windows? Here, let me see if I can, you see that right there? See how it says my information in the website title? You want that information to be exactly who you are. Don't let it just start filling in random stuff. Okay, and that's right there, and you have to hit save after each little section. This is extremely important too. Homepage meta description. This is the first thing that pops up when you put your link in like Facebook. The very first thing that people see, RW Group led by Randy Wooters, Realtor in Brevard County. I said who I was, my brokerage, and who I'm with. I mean, what county I'm in. Actually, it doesn't say eXp Realty. I need to switch that. Who do I help? Buyers and sellers. If it cuts off after that moment, at least they've gotten who, where, and who I help. Okay, in the meta description. Just make sure your meta description is short. That's it right there. It stops right there. It's short, sweet, and defines your client. Okay. If you want the custom header information, we can talk about that later. This is how I was able to switch out my logo with eXp's blue logo. Facebook, connect your Facebook. Here's one thing I want to make sure you guys all have. Oh, if you want to do the YouTube video like Jay did, you grab the URL of the YouTube and cut off everything before the equal sign of the YouTube URL. And then you post in the little tag at the end there. I can show that more specifically later. I want to talk about the Facebook pixel though. Where is it? Where did I, hold on. Okay, so in the header, does everybody see this? Facebook pixel code. I've got a video on how to do this, and so I'll send you guys the video of like what to do here. Remember that we want to follow people around the internet. When they hit our website from Facebook, we are going to be able to follow them around if we have a pixel. Okay, think of it like breadcrumbs, right? They come to your site, dropping breadcrumbs from Facebook, and our site sees the breadcrumbs and now follows them around. Okay, so the Facebook pixel allows that to happen. Like I said, I don't have time to teach how to do the pixel at this moment, but I'll add a link and then we'll do it in there. Just a couple seconds. I saw some questions pop up. Let me go ahead and go over these questions. Yes, Jay Kim asked, did I put the entire lengthy description of Palm Bay in the small box? Yes. I copied it from a Google Doc and I put it straight into the box and it all fit. Okay, so Jen's Chitty said the IDX feed is set in there already. Yes. When KVCORE is set up the original time, because remember EXP, you have to opt into KVCORE. And when you do, you're telling EXP, go ahead and set my KVCORE up. And what they do is they look to see which MLS you're associated with or your primary, and they go ahead and connect your KVCORE with that MLS. It will automatically have that MLS data straight into your KVCORE. Now, for you New Jersey folks and those with like multiple MLSs, you can add on multiple MLSs. It just takes a little bit of a process. Jay, have you done that yet where you add on all of them?
So you can do it. KVCORE has made it easier to merge MLSs, but our extremely grateful MLSs are going to charge us more to do that. To have the IDX directly from multiple MLSs, the MLS will charge you more. It's not KVCORE, it's not EXP, it's basically our MLS trying to make more money off of us because we want everything concentrated into one website. So that's the true Hollywood story on the multiple MLSs on one page right now, on one website.
Yeah. you know, they're going to get their money where they can. And if they wanted you know, one singular MLS, they would do it themselves, but they don't want that. And so they're going to charge you when you go to do it, put it all together. But that is kind of a unique benefit that you offer. Let's say you have a home buyer or seller and they want to look in 3 or 4 MLSs. Your site has it, right? That's pretty cool. Okay. I know we're running short on time, so I'm going to kind of rifle through a few of these. Again, you can always go back, watch it, hit pause. If you guys have preferred lenders, highly recommend you link a pre-approval page to your site and then also have that lender link back preferred realtor back to you. Those are called backlinks. Whenever you have that, the more that you have that with different people, the higher your SEO ranking. It's basically proving that you are legit every time that happens. Okay. There's a cool feature called Utility Connect. If you don't have Utility Connect, you probably should sign up for it. It's a free service through EXP's preferred partner. And it looks like this. And basically what it does is it will connect all of these services for your clients for free when they move. So instead of a 3-4 hour process of them getting their insurance and their internet and their security system and their TV and their gas and their phone and all that stuff hooked up, you say, I got you. I'm going to get you a free service. They're going to ask you a few questions and then they're going to go do it for you. And it's free to you and it's free to the agent. And you say, well, how's that possible? Not only is it free to you as the agent, but if you get somebody to use it, you'll get a $50 check. Woohoo. You get paid when they use it. Okay, so it's a free service and I get paid? Yes. Check it out. And if you want more information about that, let me put, let's see, it's called Solutions now. Solutions.exprealty.com. Oops, let me go to Solutions. Solutions.exprealty.com, and you can go find all of our other partners. Utility Connect, and then click Get Started. Okay, I'm going to put this website on our document that we're doing. It's just another way that we're a full service brokerage, right? We will help you with the move, not just done with you with a transaction. We want you to be happy when you actually do move, okay? And it's free, so why not? All right, we're almost there. Number 10, blog. This is gonna blow your mind, guys. I think so anyways. So Web IDX, if you click on website blog, okay, now, when you first start, there's nothing here, right? There's nothing there. Now, check this out. I go add post, totally blank. Now, you might be saying, well, I don't want to sit here and write a blog. Okay, well, I'm not asking you to sit here and write a blog. But what I'm asking you to do is use the tools that are available to you. If you're not a blog writer, do this. Open up chat.openai.com. Okay, open new chat. It'll look like this. This is a free account, doesn't cost you a penny. Go ahead and log in, and when you do, this is what you're going to do. Let's say I'm creating a blog for top 10 things to do in Port St. John, which is near me. I tell it, I say, write a blog about things to do in Port St. John, Florida.
Hold on 1 second, Randy.
Yep.
So, hey, Jen, so basically this is for developing content for your blog posts. If you see, there's been a lot of information about this on the news recently. It is basically AI for copywriting and stuff like that. So you're able to type in questions or topics into this program, and it will then start to basically draft a blog, list items, stuff like this. So it gives you a ton of content and information. So then you can fact check some of the information it's going to pull and gather for you, and then take this and create your own blogs from it. Or you can just copy and paste. But yeah, it's an extremely strong tool, if that helps answer.
Yes,
Chat,
this is just a tool to help you with, basically writing blogs or writing YouTube descriptions, or maybe a Facebook post that you're too lazy to write. It will do it all for you. You just tell it what to do. Notice that I told it, write a blog. Now, I personally don't read 2,000 and 3,000 word blogs. I will read a 6 bullet point blog about things to do, and the only thing that I was just, go ahead.
What I was also going to just say is, for instance, guys, like, we know that video in today's day and age is probably the strongest way to build, trust with your clients and get, basically have them get a sense of you to figure out whether or not they want to work with you. So what this platform can also do is it can build out an outline for your video.
Watch this.
So you can basically
write a YouTube video script.
So you can just then,
it's going to write my script for me.
It's crazy.
And I'm going to just either, I don't want to read it verbatim, but at least I'll have things to talk about for my video that these are going to match what was up in my blog. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to grab this blog, and the only thing I wasn't sure about was this beach right here. I've actually never heard of that beach, which is weird because I've lived here my whole life. And so I just Googled it, and in fact, it is there, and I just didn't know. So I just learned something about my own town, my own area, that I had no idea because I didn't believe it, but I just Googled it. It's there. Okay, so I copy that bad boy, and I come over here, and I say, top, how many things was that? 6. Top 6 things to do near Port St. John, Florida. Okay, and I literally go, I found that it's better to put it in a Google Doc first for formatting. Boom, paste. I don't know why it's all like highlighted and stuff. There we go. Oop. Do this, I do this, boom, up. Sorry, okay, 6 things, boom, got it. And I go back to my KVCORE and I go, okay, there's my blog, all the things. Now, I will normally put a picture on here. And so I highly recommend go to Canva, put a picture right here at the very beginning and just paste it right there. But let's just say that I don't. The SEO is not going to care about the picture. You will, and the person reading it will, but whatever. And so I can schedule this out. Check this out. Publish date. I can do it now. I can do it next year. And it will post whenever I tell it to post. Okay? Good question, Ingrid. How often do I blog? I don't know if you could tell, but I had 13 blogs in 13 days. 1 a day.
1 a day.
Why? Because I'm not the one writing them. I'm verifying, making sure that they're not putting out crazy stuff. But it only takes 5 minutes to write one and to post it. The thing that takes longer is finding the right picture and editing the picture. Honestly. Okay, so let's just put this out for I don't know, the 16th. Publish. And before the 16th, I'll go ahead and put a picture. And you can always go back and edit the blog. If you saw a typo or somebody called you out on something, go edit it. But I just posted all of these the other day. Look what kind of traffic. I mean, 218 people viewing something that I have not even posted to social media. Not bad, right? They found that through Google because I didn't even share it to social media yet. So I love that. Okay. Everybody good with that? I know that there's a lot of crazy stuff that you can do there. Get some words on your page. Get some keywords, hyper local, hyper specific. Ask it the right questions, things to do, favorite restaurants, family things to do, nearby attractions. Because when people are Googling about stuff near you, you want to come up, and then on the right-hand side of the blog, let me show you, this is really cool. On the right-hand side of the blog, what they're going to see is property search. All the way down the side. They're reading the blog, maybe. Is now a good time to buy real estate? 5 factors to consider. I look like a smart person because AI wrote me a nice blog. Okay. And next to that blog is all of the property search stuff. And my Facebook is tied to it. My Instagram, my YouTube, my LinkedIn, right? All tied to it. More blogs. Is this
Right.
good?
And honestly, guys, you can match your blog with a video.
Yes.
Exactly. Like the blog that you have can be a video, just, as well. You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
You could, I could make a video talking about this, talking about this, talking about this, and then put all that information in a YouTube description. Who owns YouTube? Google. What are they going to rank highest? A YouTube video with all the same keywords they're typing. It's going to rank. Okay. All right. Let's go back to our document. We're actually almost over. Yes, question.
Sorry, I have a question. Sorry. So you suggest making the video via YouTube, your YouTube channel, picking up the link from there and using that on your webpage?
I don't even think you have to do that.
Can you hear me?
I'm saying create so
Okay.
you should have a YouTube channel, and it should be called like, what's your town called, Jen?
I don't know, Lehigh Valley.
Yeah.
Okay, livinginlehighvalley.com. Okay. And on that website is all things living in Lehigh Valley, right? And on your YouTube channel, living in Lehigh Valley, and you become locally famous because everything that you do is very specific to Lehigh Valley. That way, when people Google, your stuff is sitting right at the top.
Yeah.
And they're drawn from your YouTube video. In your description, you have a link back to your website to go, hey, if you want to start your home search, click here. Boom, they're back on there.
I just want to jump in just really quick. So Jen, what I would do is obviously build a YouTube channel branded to you. I would have your YouTube, you could put your YouTube channel link on your website. But what I would do in regards to like Facebook and social media is download, after you create the video, download the raw video feed to your computer, then upload it directly to Facebook. Do not share your YouTube link on your Facebook page, is because Facebook and YouTube don't like each other. And what happens is the video will not automatically play in the news feed when people are scrolling. They will have to click on the video to get it to play. So you're going to have more traction when the video automatically starts playing when people are scrolling on Facebook and stuff like that. So
that's a really good point. And
there's a couple ways to do it.
And I probably wouldn't even post, like if you were going to do a long form video about a specific area, let's say it's 10 minutes long, 15 minutes long, I would actually just take 2 or 3 snippets from that video, the best parts, and I would just post the 30-second snippets or 2-minute snippets of the best parts to the social media. And then I would link back to YouTube and say, hey, follow me on YouTube for more, or to see the longer version, go to YouTube, my YouTube channel. Stuff like that, like backlinking back and forth, tie all your stuff together. Absolutely. Again, there's longer trainings, a lot more detail. We're just trying to make sure that your KV Core is set up to catch as many people in the spider web as possible, right? And keywords galore on every page, and hyper specific and local. Those kinds of things are going to point people back to your stuff. Okay. A little bit ago, we talked about turning on your widgets for the just listed, stuff like that. Let me show you that really quick, and then I'm gonna probably have to wrap it up.
Ingrid, I mostly will do a lot of my stuff on my personal page. I'll copy stuff onto my business page. But if I'm running Facebook ads, that's what I really use my business page for. But yeah, to answer your question, so it's honestly like it's tough because your personal page is always going to get more traction, but you want stuff on your business page, but you don't want to post them at the same time because it will pull the audience away. It'll almost split the audience on traction of a post if you post your personal and Facebook, personal and business Facebook page at the same time sometimes. So it's like it's give or take, to answer your question.
Yeah. So a couple of things that I highly recommend is go down the widget bundle, right? So you've got all these different widgets that go on your front, and think of a widget like a block of things that's going to pull in information. So when we talked about like the meet the team widget, that's going to pull in the team, right? The team information, and you might have to edit it and go, do that stuff. The featured or financing, if you've got a lender, you want their financing widget right on your homepage. Find out what your home is worth widget right on your homepage. Recruiting, blog post, default, whatever. These are going to be the things that are going to show up on your homepage. And there's going to be one for just listed and just reduced and stuff like that. So turn on the ones that you want, turn off the ones you don't want. Okay. If you don't want to super long, yes.
I just want to share one thing. I know you really didn't go over the smart CRM and setting up the data.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do individually and then you start sending market report
Mm-hmm.
or the search alert, your new database, when they get the email, sometimes it goes to spam folder or junk folder.
So really good point.
You're sending out an email so they can see from junk folder and then move into the inbox. That's very important.
So a couple of ways, it's called warming up your email.
Right.
If you send a mass email and it has in the email external links, I almost can guarantee they will all go to spam. Because the service that's being used needs to gain credibility in Google's eyes, you basically send out a very plain email to a handful of people, no external links, to warm it up. And then Google says, this is a trustworthy sender. I'm not going to send the future ones to spam. And so then the next set, you can add more people and more and more and more. Don't blast 10,000 people at once because it won't go. They'll go all to spam. So start it with a small batch of 10, go to 20, 30, 50, no external links yet. And then keep the batches small and try one external link, like check out this YouTube video. Okay, you're warming up the email and gaining the trustworthiness of Google. Once you do that and you've been doing it for a long time at a consistent basis, Google starts to trust you because people aren't moving it to spam. If people do start hitting unsubscribe and spam, it will knock down your rating, and then your emails can actually end up mostly going to spam. So you want to, and you're right, if you send it to somebody that you know, text them and say, hey, just want to make sure you got my email. If it went to spam, could you mark that as not spam or put it back in the inbox? Because that'll help Google know, hey, this isn't junk. Let's make sure that they all get delivered. Okay. Email is like a whole other, there's like all these theories and science behind the way email works, but just know mass emailing, you got to be careful for sure. Thank you, John. And if you guys have any other tidbits, go for it. I know we're a little bit over time. I have so much I want to cover with you guys. I think that there's so many different ways to optimize KVCORE working for you. One of the best ways that you can do this right now, today, is a squeeze page. And if you have to hop off right now, go for it. I will not be offended. Just know that I really want to cover this last one, and then we'll call it, okay? It's called a squeeze page. We can get to the other stuff later. A squeeze page, I'm going to show you how I do it, and I'm actually going to post one, okay? So start to finish, entire squeeze page. Who on here wants free leads? You guys are not very enthusiastic. Okay, all right. So we go to lead engine on the left. We go to build squeeze page. Guys, this is the easiest thing to do. Don't act like this is going to be a difficult thing, because it's not. Now you've got choices: multi-property, single property, seller, or market report. I can tell you that seller squeeze pages are a very low converting squeeze page. Unfortunately, I wish they were higher. The one that has the most conversion is a multi-property. Why? Because people are going to want to see multiple houses. A single property literally is to see one property. Now, if you've got a listing and you want to really do a single property, just show the one listing, okay. But I'm going to recommend, for now, you should be doing at least 2 to 3 squeeze pages a week. They're free to do, and they might capture a lead. Okay? So here's how we're going to do it. And the instructions are very, very simple. Get specific. Where's your location? If you don't know the city, county, or zip, you can draw it on a map. Okay? I don't want to draw it on a map. I'm going to just type it in. I'm going to say 32937. It's thinking. There it is. Okay, you have to click on it. You can't just type it. It's going to pop it up. You click on it. Now, it'll be a gray box right there. All right, listing types. Pick out what type of listing you want. In my market, I'm going to be looking for single families. Okay. Now, I can get really specific, but in this particular scenario, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it blank. I'm not going to do price range on the minimum, but I will on the maximum. Okay. Now, it would be a pretty good deal if I found something under 600,000 in this price, in this particular zip code. So I'm going to say max price 600,000. Okay. Now I can fill all this in or leave it blank. It just depends on how specific you want to get. Okay. And then I come over here and I put source. We're going to post this to Facebook. So when it comes back to me, I want to make sure I know it came from Facebook. So FB. Now hashtag. I'm going to put the zip code that I told it to do. Okay, that's my hashtag. I could do a second hashtag. Facebook squeeze page, SP. That's what I do. You can do whatever you want to do. Boom. So it has 2 hashtags. Why do I care about hashtags? Well, when I've got thousands of contacts in my CRM and I want to search by one hashtag and just filter out these leads, now I can filter out by this zip code or this hashtag Facebook squeeze page. And I can see, well, how many leads did I get from this Facebook squeeze page? Filtered. So that's good. Now, cover photo. I always like the highest price one in the market. You can do whatever you want to do there. I leave it on default. They get to see 2 before it asks for registration. And that's it. We hit generate link. It's generating the link. Doesn't matter which link we pick. They're both the same place. Okay. All right. So we go There's my real estate page. All right. And what we're going to do is we can do this a couple different ways. I'm going to do the simple way because a lot of times when I'm doing this, I will use the business. What is it called? The studio, whatever you call it, to make your posts. But let's just use this for right now. The business suite, that's what it's called. And I say, actually, before I do this, let's test the link. Let's see what it gives us. The link that it just generated, let's see what it does. Always test the link. So it gave me 21 results. That's actually pretty good. There's 21 results under 600,000 in Indian Harbor Beach, in Satellite Beach, which is, guys, if you're looking to invest, that's a good deal down here. Okay. Come on down. Come on, I know a realtor. There's 21 properties for under 600K on or near the beach. Cool. So I go, wow, can't believe there's over 20 properties for less than 600K. You guys can do your own writing, whatever. You can make fun of me. On the beach. Check them out. Okay, I put the link and I wait. Why am I waiting? Because I'm waiting for it to pull that information. And is it going to do it? Boom. Perfect. Okay. Now, once it populates, delete the link. That's yucky. But what are we going to add? Let's add some sweet hashtags. Okay. Also, never hurt anybody to do a few emojis. Okay. Let's just do some smiley faces. Okay, some cheeses. All right, post. Now, check it out. This is going to interrupt somebody's feed. When they see this, uh-oh, my hashtag's broken. No worries. There's a space. Save. When they see this, they're going to see this beautiful house. They're going to click on it. Where does it take them? To my website to look at houses. They're drawn into my web and they're looking at properties. Pretty good, right? Pretty good. Now, if they look at too many properties, let's say that they want to see this one right here. It's going to ask them to register in a second. So they're looking at this. They go, oh, that's nice. Nice little ranch house, blah, blah, blah. They're looking at that one. And then okay, I just realized it's on my account. I'm already logged in. But if I wasn't logged in, it would ask me for my email. Okay. And it's going to ask my email right then and there. It's going to say, hey, would you like to see more? Give me your email.
Yeah. Guys, you can always do, any listings that you take as well, make sure that you take you look your listing up on your website and then take that URL and post it on your Facebook and social media. Don't use a Zillow link of the property or anything like that. Always use everything that is tied to your website.
Never use the MLS. I see that all the time. Agents will post the MLS link. Guess who gets the business when you post the MLS link?
Zero.
Nope, the MLS link has the listing agent on it. You just gave business to the listing agent, unless you're the listing agent.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, okay, I've done squeeze pages before, like the multi property one, but you're just putting that on your Facebook business, right? So I have a really awful Facebook business page, yada, yada. I bought likes like a million years ago, and that's mostly what it is. So if I really wanted to get that out there, then I would have to boost it as an ad.
I would not boost anything as an ad yet. Don't spend money on anything until everything is optimized across all platforms. If you haven't set up your Google business page, if you haven't done your keywords, if you haven't, like, don't spend money on something that's broken. Only spend money when it's all optimized.
Right. And you also, so there's two different ways. You can boost an ad, or you can actually do a little bit more of a targeted ad in the area that you're looking to build in on Facebook. Back in the day, Facebook, you used to be able to do like income levels and price points and stuff like that, but that has changed. So there are, yes, you can boost, but you also can get a little bit more specific if you wanted to as well.
Yeah, so the only problem with boosting is it's just going to push to a general population and not narrowed down. And so don't worry about boosting yet. I do want to do a training about paid ads, but not right now. And I am sensitive. So Ingrid, I actually feel you on this comment. Feeling overwhelmed, all this info. I know. I wanted to show you that there's lots of things that we can do. Do you have to do it all today? No. No. You just take one step at a time and you build the empire one day at a time. Okay? Remember that there's no finish line to any of this. We're not running at the same pace or on the same track together, but we want to help each other out. Just do one thing at a time when you have time to do it, or make some time to do it. If you had an hour or two per week to sit down and do one thing, you're making more progress than the agent that just like, I can't do it, right? One thing once a week.
Yeah. And the thing too is like, you're just building the foundation. So when those leads come in and any opportunity that presents itself, like Randy said earlier, your spider web's out there. You can capitalize on everything. You have more, your percentage of return on whatever ads eventually you do spend has a better ROI because
Right.
your net is casted wide and your brand is consistent across all platforms as well.
So I'm glad that you just said that, Jay. So when I was pretty new, Jay, see you later. I know he's got to go. Jay Kim, when I was pretty new, I paid for Making It Rain leads because nobody told me, hey, don't pay for anything until you get the foundation. And so I was paying for leads and they were going right out the back door. I couldn't capture them all. I couldn't follow up with them. I didn't have campaigns. I didn't have the network to even handle the leads. So that's why I say don't pay for anything until you start getting organic leads, because getting organic leads is a sign that everything's connected and everything is working together. And then once you notice, okay, hang on a minute, I'm starting to get some organic stuff happening. Now it might be time, if you want to pay for leads, now would be a good time to do it, because that means things are connected and the spider web is across Google and it's going to catch people. And then your price per lead goes way down. Do you know how much it costs to run ads when you don't have things optimized? The lead capture is horrible. Okay? And it costs a lot of money to get the same lead. And so what I want to do, and what Jay and I want to do as Pinnacle partners and anybody that's in Pinnacle partners, we want everybody winning for as little as possible. Okay? One step at a time. You've got a lot of tools at your fingertips. If you do nothing else this week or next week, figure out your brand identity, your logo, your colors, your font, your mission statement, your ideal client. Figure those things out first. If you need help, you want to dive in, let's do it. You know, you can go down a whole YouTube rabbit hole of all of the cool things about building your brand identity. There's a lot of great videos out there that teach you how to build your brand identity. And make no mistake, you are a business. You need to operate and function and look like a business. Okay? Spend the money, spend the time, get professional headshots, professional photography, professional logo. If you're not a good designer, don't scribble something on a napkin and call it a day. Get something that looks nice. I actually love designing logos. If you want help, that is my jam. I won't charge you, it's free. I'm not gonna say they're professional, but I think they're pretty good. Jay's got some good stuff on his, his site. John Lee, you got a good logo on yours. Jeff's is good. So just, again, take it.
Yeah,
serious.
Jeff just has to change his headshot and everything else will be perfect.
John, what are you laughing at?
Laughing at you.
Yeah, no, so I hope that this training and workshop was helpful. I know I went fast. And it's going to be recorded, or it is recorded. So if you want to go back and push pause and actually do the things that we talked about, this workshop probably could have been 5 different workshops, but I just wanted to get a bunch of information out there and get you guys going. I think we should do a lot more of these more tactical workshops where we all have a monitor and we're actually doing it right now.
Yeah. We also make sure that to everyone who is still up and running, like with the infrastructure of their business, just make sure like you just pick one thing and complete that one thing from today's like meeting.
Yeah.
Just do one thing.
And hopefully I captured something for everybody. Some of you guys are a lot further down this road. Some of you guys are at the very beginning. And so hopefully I was able to get something for everyone. Okay. All right, guys. It's Friday. Get out of here. We'll see you later. Go enjoy your family in the weekend or open house or whatever you got going on this weekend. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Randy.
Many blessings. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks,
Awesome,
Randy.
guys. Take care.